I'm gonna give you the mirror, man. What you think? Best haircut you ever had? Is the best one? Yeah. Okay, my boy. Yes, sir. Let me get that back. Welcome back, YouTube. It is a great day to be different. So that's what we are going to do today. We're going to show you guys how to be different. We have a taper fade, straight haired, man bun, curly, textured. I don't know what you guys want to call this, but it is going to be clean. It's an undercut, taper fade. But first things first, so I'm going to separate the long hair from the short hair. And I'm using hairspray right now to get the frizzed hair that's not in the bun to stick to the top hair. We're separating. So I'm using the hairspray to help separate that hair. Using my free hand to make sure that it lays flat to the bun and get it out of the way. As you saw, I used the comb as well to help part, make sure it's nice and even. And then we're gonna move on to the debulking stage. We are debulking the hair right now. I have the 1.5 guard closed. We wanna keep this as dark as possible. So as you can see, it's not really taking off really anything, but it is laying it down a little bit flatter, and it is cutting off the long hair that I separated to make sure that everything's even. So we're gonna use some more hairspray right here behind the ear. That's gonna help later on for whenever I line up behind the ears. You guys will see that later. But we're gonna go ahead and move into the fade process. So we're gonna set in our first guideline right here. Bald line, a little contoured arc, and then we're going to clean up everything at the bottom, make sure it's nice and bald. Next step, no guard all the way open. And we're gonna go up about 1 inch, as you can see right there. Making sure that it is open. Using a brush to clean off any debris. We're gonna move on to the next step. 1 guard, 2nd notch, very important. So we're not gonna set in another hard guideline. We're gonna kind of flick out. But we're gonna go up about another inch-ish. And you can see it's kind of setting a weight line, but we're gonna take that right on out right here. We're gonna keep the 1 guard on, and we're gonna open it all the way and represented down there at the bottom right by the feather. We are using our feather technique. As you can see how overly exaggerated and tilted the clipper is, we are only using that right corner, as you can see right there, and we are notching out that bulk. Again, we want to try to keep this as dark as possible at the top. That way it blends beautifully with the darker hair at the top into the bun. It just gives it a much more contoured contrast. And we are just notching out. As you can see, that bulk is pretty much blended. And we're gonna drop down to the half guard. We're gonna start off closed, work our way up midway, and eventually all the way open. We're gonna use the half guard to take out that no guard all the way open line. And whatever is left over from that 1 guard 2nd notch bulk, as you can see right there. The higher you go up, the more you want to open your lever. And it is coming together. So we're gonna drop back down. No guard. We're gonna start off closed. We're gonna attack that bald line, working our way up midway and eventually all the way open. Again, we are continuing our feather technique. Most of that fade came together just by using that right corner of the clipper. We set in our guidelines, we feathered our way out of it, and as you can see, that is pretty much blended. Just a little bit more detail work, attacking the dark spots using nothing but your corners. And boom. This fade came together super clean, super easy. It has such a good hair texture that the JRLs are no joke. They ate right through the texture. So as you can see right there, this side is pretty much faded. We're gonna move on to the next side. It is the exact same steps. Bald line, no guard all the way open, 1 guard 2nd notch, knock out the weight, 1 guard all the way open. We are feathering the way out. But I'm gonna let you guys have it, and we will be back for the edge up process. All right, welcome back to the edge up process. We are going to start right in the middle. We're then going to walk it to the left side. Does not matter which side you walk it to first. Me, I'm normally standing on the left based off of the way my station is set up, so that is why I start on the left side. Once we get the left how we want it, we are then going to walk it to the right to get it to match the left. Always referring back to the middle of the edge up because that is where we started. That is my reference point. And that is how I make sure that the edge up is even. Clean off any baby hairs, any loose hair, any random hairs, using the brush to clean off any debris. Again, going back to the middle, to the center of the edge up, making sure that it is even. Punch it in that corner. Making sure that it is completely even all the way through. Then we're going to attack that vertical bar. I did switch to my sabers because his vertical bar is very tiny. It is a child. He has a smaller canvas. So I did need a smaller blade specifically for that vertical bar. As you can see right there, we're going to punch that corner in. We're going to attack the vertical bar. Boom, 90 degrees. Tapping it, going. And once we get it how we want it, we're going to slap some pencil on it for some contour. Same thing on the other side. We're going to attack that vertical bar. Punch in that corner. Tapping and going, and then we're going to slap some pencil on it for some contour. There you go, right there. Then we are going to move on to the enhancement stage. As you can see how his edge up was, that is as good as his edge up is going to be without enhancements. He does have a lighter spot right in the center, so we have tools and we have equipment for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a wet foundation first. It's going to allow the dry fibers to stick to it. There you go. We're going to clean off any overspray right there. As you can see how much of a difference that filled in. There is a separation between the long and the short hair, as you can see right there. So this compressor, this cordless compressor, allows me to have full control and be fully accurate. So we don't want to hit that part where the long hair and the short hair are separated. I believe, in my opinion, that creates a better contoured look, a much more natural look. I know a lot of people do overspray and hit that part right there, which doesn't look natural to me. So we want to keep that part nice and natural without hitting it with any enhancements, as you can see right there. But again, wet foundation first. This is going to allow the dry fibers to stick. The dry fibers is going to follow up to give it a much more nicer feel, a much more natural feel. It's going to get rid of that wet, shiny look that the wet enhancements leave behind. It looks a lot more natural, very important for pictures and videos like this. As you can see how much fuller that edge up looks and much more natural it looks, especially avoiding that part. We're going to hit them with some hot sauce. It's going to allow me to push that pencil over, give it that razor blade look, razor blade effect, as you can see right there. Very important for those barbers who are not comfortable with a razor blade. Then it also allows me to clean off any overspray of the wet or dry enhancements, as you can see right there. Boom. Crispy. Made that fade pop. We're going to set the dry enhancements in with some more hairspray. We're going to cover that up. Man, ooh, yeah, he didn't like that. Ugh. He didn't like that. We're going to use the blow dryer to get it dry and set. And we are done with the edge up process. So we're going to move on to the back taper fade, just so you guys know that I didn't skip it. Here you guys go. I'm going to speed through this process, and we will be back for the lineup behind the ears. Now I do believe that this part right here is definitely one of the hardest parts of the haircut. Behind the ears, remember we did use that hairspray to get it to sit still. So as you can see right there, the hair does move a little bit, but it is pretty much set. So as long as your trimmers are nice and sharp, it will eat straight through it, as you can see right there. We're gonna create that nice contoured arc right above the ear. Boom. This definitely makes the side taper and the back taper come together beautifully, in my opinion. In my opinion, it came together, as you can see right there. It's taking me every bit of where I am right now to get that to look how it does. Sheesh. I don't care how confident I attack this part of the hair, this part of the haircut. Man, the hair's gonna do what the hair's gonna do. So that's why we have tools. That's why we have products to get it to freeze, to get it to sit still, so we can do our best. And you guys can see right there. You guys let me know what trimmers you like to use behind the ears, because it does matter. It does matter. Clean. We're gonna use some shear work, clean off any overhangs. Just a little bit more detail work. Very, very important for pictures and videos like this, because the angles matter. It has to look pretty, in my opinion, from every angle. Well, here goes the mirror. I'm gonna give you the mirror, man. What you think? Best haircut you ever had? Is the best one? Yeah? Okay, my boy. Yes, sir. Let me get that back. But you guys remember what he came in looking like. Yes, sir. You guys remember. But he came to be different. Sheesh. Sheesh. Yes, sir. That is different. There you guys have it, man. This was not an easy canvas, but it is definitely a beautiful one. Appreciate you guys for staying tuned. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, do whatever you guys got to do to keep me on your timeline, man. It is Kriispy, and that is Kriispy. We out of here. Peace.